all the struggle in UK, and you moved back to Pakistan, and how long you stayed in Pakistan, and then what made you move to United States?
Well, I was well settled in England. I was doing good in my transportation business. My mom and dad at that time were in Pakistan. My other three, four brothers, four sisters, they were in United States of America. So I wanted to stay with my parents. I sold my house, I sold the business, and I went with my wife and my son to Pakistan to live with them. Obviously, after 15 years, when I left Pakistan, I was 15. When I went back there, I was 30 years old. I was not used to with the system of Pakistani system, I would say corrupt system. I tried to do a couple of businesses there. Wherever I go, they ask for a bribe. They ask for money. And my father told me very first day that you need to go back to England. You will not be very successful here, because wherever you go, people are going to ask you for a bribe for money. So I did not listen to him first. I tried my best, but after 1 year, I decided to come back to United States.
Yeah, dear audience, we are here with the legendary Mr. Mohammad Shahid. It's time for a short break. We'll be right back. Dear audience, welcome back to the show. We are here with miracle Mr. Mohammad Shahid. He's a living miracle. So, Mr. Mohammad Shahid, you suffered from cross polio from very early age. So, when in the beginning, when you were a few months old, and you figured that you have this one of the worst cross polio and extremely rare. To overcome this problem, huge problem actually, how did you manage your life, yourself, your schedule of life? How did you manage all the hurdles in your life?
Well, as far as I can remember, from childhood until I was 10, 15 years old, one thing I can guarantee, one thing I can tell you, that I never ever admitted that I'm a disabled. My mindset was, if something happened to me, nobody did it. It was the will of God. So I accept it. And I take everything came in my life as a challenge. From study, from driving vehicles, cycle. I mean, believe me or not, I ride a bike. I went from 6th grade to 10th grade on a bike with one leg and one hand and the books in my hand. And that was like my neighborhood, everybody was amazed when they used to saw me going to school and coming back on a bike. I used to sit on the back of the bike, there's a little space on the back to put stuff. That was my seat. And I was doing a half circle of the pedal, up and down with one leg. And I did it. There's a will, there's a way. I think giving up in life for any problem is not a solution. Fighting with it is a solution. That's what I found out. I have challenges in my life. Whatever happened, I just took it as a challenge and prove other people wrong. There's so many instances I can tell where my teacher says, Mohammed, you cannot do that. Even my neighbors, my relatives, they said, you cannot do that. And I proved all of them wrong. I did whatever I wanted to do. And that was the reason, my success is because of my determination, my set mindset. I wanted to be a millionaire when I was 5-10 years old. And I didn't know what the million is. I used to hear. And I achieved that. Today I'm a millionaire.
Mr. Mohammad Shahid, a living miracle, he is a self-made millionaire. So Mr. Shahid will tell us briefly he joined a mortgage company, and then he became vice president of a financial institute, and then he never stopped. He never looked back. He he got achievement in so many walks of life, and he proved that this disability can't stop him. So he has been unstoppable throughout his life. So we'll come back to the real estate, and the journalist Mr. Adib will come to with some with some real estate issues.
Yes, I would like to inform our viewers, audience that today we have about 1 hour time to conduct the interview of Mr. Mohammad Shahid. The half of our interview will be in English for our English-speaking viewers, and the other half hour will be in for our Urdu-speaking viewers. The language Urdu, which is spoken in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and South Asia. So we are coming toward the conclusion of our English segment, and I just have a last question for you, and then I will ask Kashif Sohail Saab about a question, because he is also in the same field which you are in. He is a licensed real estate agent with Samson Properties, which is a a really diversified, successful brokership in based in Virginia.